Hello, an aspiring ERP consultant. Life is all about choices, and we at Evosys understand that this is one of the most important choice you are about to make in your professional career, and it needs to be an informed choice. That is what exactly this video is for, to help you make an informed choice before you say yes to a challenging but equally rewarding career with Evosys. So let's get started. My name is Rajesh. I'm a chartered accountant by qualification, and I'm going to walk you through what is ERP consultancy, a short job description explanation. The first thing that we are going to talk about is modules in Oracle ERP, which you may be trained upon if you get to join Evosys. As a financial domain expert, the first module that we are going to train you upon is general ledger. It involves accumulating the accounting data of the organization in the form of journals and then generating the financial statements out of it. That is the balance sheet, profit and loss account, and such other statements. The next module is account payable. It's all about recording vendor invoices and processing the vendor payments. On the other hand, the accounts receivable module involves the processes around recording the customer or sales invoices and then capturing the money received from customers against such invoices. Cash management module involves bank reconciliation, interbank transfers, and all such treasury functions of the organization. Fixed asset module includes recording the assets life cycle in the system, beginning with addition of the fixed asset, or as we may call it, capitalization, till the time of the retirement of the asset and all the processes in between, such as depreciation, revaluation, impairment, and so on and so forth. Next in queue, employee expense module covers the process of recording the expense claims of the employees against all of the out-of-pocket business expenses that are incurred by them. The financial consolidation and close is an advanced module of Oracle ERP that covers consolidating the individual financial statements of all the group companies, performing consolidation adjustments such as foreign currency translation, intercompany elimination, and so on and so forth, and then generating consolidated group financial statements out of it. Planning and budgeting is another advanced module in ERP, which has got the capabilities to crunch the historical data and generate the budgets and forecasts out of it using tools such as trend analysis, KPI analysis, driver-based budgeting, and so on and so forth. Last but not the least, the project financial management modules in Oracle ERP are used by project-based organizations, such as the ones in construction or IT services industry. These modules help accumulating the cost and revenue for every such project that the organization is going to execute, budget that project, and effectively manage those projects. Now, this list of modules is not exhaustive, but it's just an indicative list that you may be trained upon. Next area that we are going to discuss is around expectations from you as an implementer or support specialist of ERP. In your CA articleship or as a fresher MBA graduate or intern, you might have worked upon one or more ERPs so far, starting from Tally ERP till the sophisticated ERPs like Microsoft Navision, Oracle, SAP, and so on and so forth. However, all that experience was that of being an end user of the system. Now imagine yourself to be on the other side of the table. That is, you will be the one who is designing the system and processes for the client organization users, like the one which you used to be before. Unlike the job profiles most of you have been into so far, in this profile, the focus is on helping clients build the internal controls and business processes in the ERP system rather than just being an analyst who analyzes the financial results or being an auditor who does the audits of financial statements and processes. Now, the most important part in this profile involves a lot of technical work, which revolves around configuring the Oracle applications as per the business needs of the client. Does it mean you have to learn coding? Hell no. A sophisticated tier 1 ERP like Oracle has got almost 90% of the screens and data tables and the processes pre-coded. However, Since it is an industry and region agnostic software, it gives clients so much of flexibility. So your job will be to help the client understand these flexibilities and configure the system as they want. Just to give you a small example, some company in India, let's say, might want to define their financial year as April to March in the system, while some other company in UK might want to have it as Jan to December. Now, you will first need to understand this requirement by speaking to, let's say, a financial controller or an accounts manager of the client, and then configure this requirement into the system, all this without any coding. Now, with this example, you can understand that there are actually two sides to this profile: business consultancy and system consultancy. And that's where it makes sense for us to hire the financial domain experts like you who can do a good business consultancy. However, in the initial 2 to 3 years of your careers, you may need to be ready to do more of a technical stuff related to the system consultancy and then gradually become an expert who goes and talk to the client. There, the business consultancy starts gaining more weightage since you will already have gained a decent knowledge around the system by that time. Now, we often observe that when the people join this profile, they get tremendously frustrated during the initial 1 to 2 months of the training. Now, imagine you are learning driving a car. Till the time you get the proper judgment with a clutch and accelerator, you're bound to get frustrated because of the engine switching off every now and then. But once you learn that judgment, then you don't even notice how you are managing the clutch and accelerator while driving through the heavy traffics as well. It's quite similar. You need to make your mind to navigate through these training blues to get yourself acquainted with this new life skill. Now, most of you would be saying in the interview that you like to be out of your comfort zone. Make sure that you really mean it. Evosys is in the service industry, and the crux of service industry is how well you serve the clients. At times, you may need to stretch yourself to learn new skills and at the same time deliver the value to the client from your work. Now, it's not always as easy as it seems. Though we have all the perks of working in an IT industry, such as great offices, foreign travels, and lot of flexibilities and so on and so forth, you shall be equally ready to constantly push yourself out of your comfort zone. The work here hardly gets monotonous, since with every new project, you will find yourself working for a new client with a new set of people in a new industry. However, that essentially means it will never allow you to settle into a normal 9 to 5 work routine. Now, if this excites you, trust me, you are at the right place. One small point which I also want to make here is in this career, you may need to unlearn a lot of things that you may have learned so far and embrace the newer ways to do these things. To make it simpler, a business process or an accounting practice that the client in, let's say, hospitality industry somewhere in Australia may be exactly opposite of the business processes or the accounting logics or practices that, let's say, a manufacturing company in North America will follow. Now, as a consultant supporting both of these businesses, you need to be more open and adaptive towards all of this. Having said that, the basic fundamentals remain same everywhere. Now, accrual means accrual everywhere. Debit and credit has got the same meaning, irrespective of which industry or which region you are working in. And that's where we expect that you have got a very strong hold on business concept and basic fundamentals in accounting, taxation, and laws. Over and above this, we also expect you to be a good communicator and someone who with good analytical skills and logical thought process to excel in this career. If you feel you are great with this, then you are good to go. Now, once you enter into this profile, you may need to spend initial 2 to 3 years just to get yourself acquainted with the Oracle applications as a product. Believe me, it's that vast. So naturally, organizations will start getting the benefit out of your engagement only after that initial 2 to 3 years time frame. Till then, organization is just investing in you. So we also expect the same level of commitment and dedication from you. Besides, once you are in this profile for say 4 to 5 years, then it may become a little difficult for you to go back and start working in the core financial profiles again if you feel to do so. Now, of course, impossible is nothing. However, the point is that it's just not a logical transition of your career to do so. And that's where you just need to make sure that your long-term career aspiration is matching with what you are hearing from me. And you need to take the decision accordingly. Now, the last part that we are going to cover in this video is more practical understanding in terms of what you will actually do day in, day out as an ERP consultant in your life. First of all, you may be a part of the team who is implementing an Oracle ERP for some client, or a team who is supporting a client who is already using the Oracle ERP. Irrespective of that, the activities that we are going to discuss are more or less going to remain same. So to start with, you'll be having the professional discussions with the CXO level people from the client organizations, and you will be collecting and analyzing the business requirements of those clients. This is typically handled by consultants having some experience, though it's not mandatory and it largely depends on your capabilities as a consultant. The next important task is configuring the Oracle application modules based on the requirements what we have already discussed with these people. Now, as I had mentioned earlier, though 90% of the system comes pre-coded, there might also be some custom functionalities or reports that are specific to some client for which you are working upon. In such cases, you will need to take up the development of those by coordinating with coders, testing such functionalities extensively, and then delivering the same to the client. Here, you are more acting as a bridge between an engineer who codes and the business users, or the CXO level people, or the management of the business who has given you this requirement. Conducting the product demonstrations to the client is again an important part, where being a good business as well as good system consultant plays an important role. Documentation again is one of the most integral part of this profile, and it involves all sort of structured and unstructured documents. I know most of you hate it completely, but then life is not always fair. If you are working on a support kind of assignment, then resolving the real-time client issues with system becomes an important day-to-day task. Last but not the least, you will also be the one who will train the client users on how to use the system. Now, I hope this gives you a comprehensive understanding around what an ERP consultancy is all about. So all the best, and I hope to see you working in Evosys along with me and shaping a great career for yourself. Thank you.